Hello, welcome to Floristry Market. My name is Greg and this is
Emma
from
Lily and B.
Hello, Emma
Hello.
from Lily and B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Today we're going to talk about something you are genuinely excited about, aren't you?
I saw these on the website and these are their eggs. They're called eggs.
Okay.
And they are made by or designed by a lady called Holly Chapple. And they are for, well, I would use them for bridal bouquets. I'm sure she would use them for other things. But I was quite excited when I saw these. So I actually asked the team if we could use them.
It's quite nice that it's a person and not a big company. So hello, Holly. Nice to meet you. Thank you for designing these. Emma loves them. Anyway.
Yeah, so I actually saw them on the website and I actually spoke to the team and was like, can we do a video with these? Because I really like them.
All right. So what are they? What do you use eggs for?
You've got a couple of sizes here. So this would be if you're making something really big.
Yeah.
And actually I'm going to make a bouquet now with some faux flowers and I'm going to use a small one so you can just kind of see that you don't need a great big thing.
Okay.
So if you're making a wedding bouquet, this is how I would use them, and you want it to be a lot more open and airy, so it's not as compact. So therefore, when you make a traditional-ish hand-tied bouquet, it's very easy to keep it together because when you spiral the stems, they naturally knit together. We've done that loads before.
Yeah, we have.
And it holds together. But when you are using something that's maybe a little bit wispy or things are at a slightly different height, it's much harder to hold it in your hand and add things in. So I like to use this a little bit like a bit of scaffolding.
So I'm guessing if you wanted something going out at the side to spiral that.
You can do it, but it's just when you're holding it in your hand and you're adding things in this direction and then you're adding things like vertically and then you're adding things horizontally, or you want to have quite a lot of space with just a little bit of foliage, it's quite hard to keep it where you want it to be. Or for someone like me that's been doing floristry for years and I've got arthritis in my hand, it makes your life so much easier. And I like that open, light, airy look. And this is really good at helping you achieve it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So why could you not just use chicken wire? Here's some I've got as an example.
And you can, and I have before.
Okay.
So before you could cut yourself a little bit of chicken wire, roll it up, and you could definitely use that. But for me, I'd always be worrying about, even if I've rolled it properly, they're wearing if it's for a wedding, they could be wearing very expensive gowns, very expensive suits.
So you're worried about the edges catching or something.
And also it's just a really nice product. It can be reused. So yes, you can definitely do that. And people have been doing it for, a long time like that. But I just like this new product. And you can buy them, you can have a pack or individually and you've got them there and then you can just create.
I'm guessing it's saving you time as well.
Yes, it takes a few seconds just to scrunch up some chicken wire, but it's just great to have. It's definitely something that I think is a really nice alternative to have. And also it's a bit kinder on your hands.
Yeah.
And sometimes with the chicken wire, you've got to get the right sizes. These are all it's clearly been designed so that the stems go in and you've got the right sizes and it clicks together, unclicks, clicks together. And actually, I had to play about with some faux flowers and a little one. You can get a huge amount in a little one. So I just thought I would show you how I would use it. So yes, it's not instead of spiraling. It's just if I was creating something different, I find it easier.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, so I've got my egg to start with. And what I'm going to do is, if I was doing this in fresh flower, I would very much start with a foliage base. So I'd put my foliage in. So you can kind of put it in and take it through. And obviously, if this was a fresh one, you would be taking all your foliage and everything off. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there, like so. And then I'm going to add in my taller flowers to start with. So you can literally just thread them through. And I know that these are faux, but these work really well with fresh. I think I'm going to make you one with fresh later.
Okay.
So I want that, I'm going to push that down. And then I'm going to have the other one coming in at another angle, coming across. So it is very much a scaffold for your stems, so that you can move them around. That's what I like about these eggs as well, particularly with fresh flowers. When you've got it in a spiral, you kind of, doing the shape like this, you kind of have to open your hand and move them up and down. In a traditional one, they stay together, but so it just helps keep everything in place while you're moving them around.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just thread that hydrangea through at the base. So this sort of look, this open, look is super popular at the moment. I'm seeing it a lot for 2026 weddings, and I think it becomes from. Have you watched Married at First Sight? Maps?
No, I've not.
Australian. Okay, so it's. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I can imagine what it is.
So in Australia, we do a UK one, but in Australia there's a really popular program. It's called Married at First Sight, and which is what it says on the tin, and. They host a wedding at the beginning, and the florals are insane.
Yeah.
And a lot of the florals are quite tropical. A lot of the florals are quite limited. Lots of the florals are quite bright. So I think people have been watched the latest series. You know.
I'm sorry. Is it real? Do they actually really get married?
Well, they choose at the end whether they're going to get married or not. It's like an experiment, and some of them do stay together. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really cool. And they have like experts. Okay. And they match them up, and you get very invested. Like there's about I think 9 series. So if you've not watched it, you can get very invested in it. You think
wow, okay.
But the takeaway from that is, so I'm just threading those through that.
Yeah.
If you can see, the takeaway from that is people, couples, then become quite influenced by what they've seen. It's a little bit different. It's a bit different away from those like muted palettes that we've been having.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going for different things.
This looks great, by the way. Yeah, so I like the way these are coming out.
Yeah, so
a really different angle.
You can see they are spiraling, but it's more it's easier on your hands.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't use something like this for traditional all-round hand tied.
Okay.
I would spiral and 100% advocate for that. But if I was doing something where I had things coming in different directions, it just really helps keeping things in place. And then we're going to pop in some anthuriums. So we picked this out as one of our products a couple of weeks ago when I was here. It's one of our showstoppy products, our on-trend products. So I'm just threading that through. Bend it. But it just helps. Actually, I'm going to move that. It just helps to keep everything in place and stop it from moving. And
so you're making quite, it looks like it takes up quite a lot of space considering you're just using the small one. I can't imagine how big the big one would be.
Yeah, the big one would be, I mean, we'll have to look into that. I mean, the big one would be if you had lots of large flowers maybe, or I'd like to like really play about with them. So next time I come back, I'll like let you know. But as I say, you can do this with a traditional spiral, but it's much harder and it just helps you keep things, it's hard because normally I'd have a mirror, so I can't.
You have a mirror?
Yeah, so if I'm working, making a bridal bouquet, I will, or anything like that, I'll hold it up to the mirror to have a look.
Do you want a mirror?
No, it's all right.
We've got a mirror.
But if you notice
I can get you a mirror.
No, it's okay.
I'm going to go and get you a mirror.
No,
don't.
Right. But like, that's what you'll notice when a lot of florists, if they're making videos and they're filming them doing their work, you'll notice they'll do a lot to the camera, and everybody kind of thinks that they're showing you, but what they're doing is they're actually checking their design in the camera.
I see.
But you can see that's quite open, quite loose.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I could fiddle about with that with ages, but maybe we need those, maybe we don't. But this hot pink and red is very much a combination. And I think, again, the hot pink has been heavily influenced by the Barbie film a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And then people want something a little bit different. So they're adding that red in.
I think that's just come on Netflix or Prime or something now.
Yeah.
I wasn't brave enough to go and see it in the cinema.
So it's very like, you can't underestimate as a florist how much things that are in fashion or TV programs. So like a few years ago when Bridgerton was on, everybody was going for that full wisteria, Georgian, huge urns and things like that. And so then I'm just going to tie that off as I normally would. What I would do is I would continue to make sure I covered up the egg, so I'd carry on with the foliage and everything, but obviously we're a bit time conscious, so I'm just going to tie that off as I normally would, make sure that was really covered. And as I say, for me, if I was making that for a bridal bouquet, I would be a bit concerned. I'd be thinking, oh God, I've got the chicken wire in there, is it 100% covered up? The last thing you want is the bride nicking their finger or patching their dress or something like that. So this takes all that worry away. And then I tie that off. I'll just tie a few ribbons on. Obviously, you'd snip your stems.
Yeah.
But so you cover up your egg. So I just really like them. I think that it's really useful. I think it's not instead of using chicken wire, or it's not instead of making your own. It's not better necessarily. It's not better than making your own frame, but it's convenient. I can have a pop of those. For me, it takes away that worry of making sure that I've always not going to hatch the dress. And the other thing is they're quite uniform in size.
Yeah.
So, you don't always get the same chicken wire, or you don't always make the same one. So, so it's a bit more of an open. I mean, I'd like to fiddle with that more, but we don't have all day.
But it's given us a good idea.
It's giving you an idea
how you use them.
Of how you use them. So it just helps you create that open, airy look. Obviously, you're going to cut your stems. The stems in there are still spiraling, but it just makes it easier. And
it's just another tool you can use.
Just another tool that you can use. And as I say, I just think anything that makes your life easier. For me.
If anybody has used these, leave us some comments below as how you found them and what you use them for. That would be great. Okay, Emma, well, thank you very much for that. If you've enjoyed this content, give us a follow or a subscribe or whatever it is, wherever you're watching this. And click the little bell icon if you're on YouTube, and you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Emma, thanks again.
Thank you.
For myself and Emma, see you next time. Bye.